Hello everyone, Fay Explorer here. I'm so excited to share my experiences, journeys, trips, tricks, and tips. And in today's video, have you ever considered the R1 visa for religious workers in the USA? Dive into our comprehensive guide to understand who qualifies, what you need to apply, how to navigate the application process. We'll break down the eligibility criteria, key requirements, and step-by-step instructions to help you secure your R1 visa with ease. Don't miss out on this essential information. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos. A disclaimer here, I'm not an immigration lawyer. This information is from intensive research and interviews. The R1 visa is designed for religious workers who wish to enter the United States to perform religious duties on a temporary basis. Here is a breakdown of the requirements, qualifications, and application process, requirements, and qualifications. 1. Religious organization. The petitioner must be a bona fide non-profit religious organization in the U.S. The organization must be recognized as a tax-exempt entity at the IRS regulations, typically a 501c3 organization. Number 2, role of the applicant. The applicant must be coming to the U.S. to work in a religious capacity, such as a minister, priest, rabbi, imam, or other similar religious positions. The position must be considered a religious occupation or a religious vocation, as defined by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. 3. Experience and work history. The applicant must have been a member of the religious denomination for at least 2 years immediately preceding the application. The applicant must have worked in a religious capacity for at least 2 years before applying, or if applying as a minister, must have been employed by a religious organization for at least 2 years. 4. Full-time work. The applicant must be coming to work on a full-time basis, defined at least that 5 hours per week. 5. Job offer. The applicant must have a legitimate job offer from a U.S. religious organization. The job must be a paid position, and the organization must provide evidence of the need for the applicant's services. Application process. 1. Petition filing. The U.S. religious organization must file Form I-129, petition for a non-immigrant worker on behalf of the applicant. This includes providing supporting documents that demonstrate the organization's nonprofit status, the applicant's qualifications, and the nature of the job. Number 2, supporting documents. Evidence of tax-exempt status. Prove that the organization is a 501c3 entity. Evidence of bona fide organization. Documents showing the organization's legitimacy and its religious nature. Job description. Detailed description of the job duties and the need for the applicant. Proof of religious membership. Documents showing the applicant's affiliation with the religious denomination for at least 2 years. Evidence of prior work. Documentation providing and proving the applicant's prior employment in a religious capacity. Number 3, USCIS review. Once Form I-129 is filed, USCIS will review the petition and supporting documents. If approved, USCIS will issue a Form I-797 notice of action indicating approval of the petition. Number 4, visa application. After petition approval, the applicant can apply for an R1 visa at a U.S. consulate or embassy in their home country using Form DS-160 online non-immigrant visa application. Visa interview. The applicant will attend an interview at the U.S. consulate or embassy, where they will present their Form I-797 approval notice, passport, and other required documents. Number 5, entry to the U.S. Upon receiving the R1 visa, the applicant can enter the U.S. and begin working for the petitioning organization. Number 6, duration of stay. The R1 visa is initially granted for up to 30 months. It can be extended for an additional 30 months with a maximum stay of 5 years. Additional notes. Dependents. The R1 visa holder spouse and unmarried children under 21 years can apply for R2 visas to accompany or join them in the U.S. Extension and changes. If there are changes in employment or organization, or if an extension is needed, additional paperwork and filing with USCIS will be required. Navigating the R1 visa process can be complex, so it's often beneficial to seek advice from an immigration attorney or specialist to ensure all requirements are met and the application is properly submitted. Now, can one get a green card with R1 visa? Yes, it is possible to transition from an R1 visa to a green card, that is permanent residency in the United States. But it involves a specific process and is not automatic. Here is how one might be able to do it. Pathway to a green card from an R1 visa. 1. Eligibility for adjustment of status. The R1 visa itself does not directly lead to a green card, but it allows the visa holder to be in the U.S. while pursuing other immigration options. Number 2, employment-based green card options. EB4, religious workers category. The most direct path for someone on an R1 visa to obtain a green card is through EB4 visa category, which is for certain religious workers. This is a specific employment-based green card designed for religious workers and can include ministers, that is individuals who have been in the ministerial role, religious professionals, individuals in a professional religious occupation, religious workers, those involved in a religious vocation or occupation. 3. Application process. Form I-360, the U.S. religious organization must file Form I-360 petition for a Marizarian or widower or special immigrant on behalf of the applicant. This petition must be filed before the R1 visa status expires. Evidence. Similar to the R1 petition, the organization will need to provide evidence that the applicant meets the qualifications for the EB4 category, including the nature of the work and the applicant's religious role and history. Number 4, adjustment of status. Once Form I-360 is approved, if the applicant is already in the U.S., they can apply for adjustment of status to a lawful permanent resident, that is green card holder, by filing Form I-485, application to register permanent resident or adjust status. Number 5, consular processing. If the applicant is outside the U.S. or prefer to process their green card application through a U.S. consulate, they will go through consular processing after I-360 approval. This involves attending an interview at a U.S. embassy or consulate and obtaining an immigrant visa. Number 6, maintaining status. It's crucial to maintain valid R1 status while the green card application is being processed to avoid any issues with overstaying or unauthorized employment. Other considerations. Adjustment of status delays. The process can be lengthy and there may be waiting periods depending on the applicant's country of origin and the specifics of the case. Legal assistance. Because the process involves multiple steps and legal complexities, consulting with an immigration attorney or specialist is advisable to ensure compliance and to navigate the process effectively. Overall, while an R1 visa provides a pathway to stay in the U.S. for religious work, transitioning to a green card requires navigating the EB4 category and fulfilling specific requirements. In case of any queries regarding this video, please comment below or write us an email at fayexploreradvisors@gmail.com and we shall be happy to respond. Thank you so much for watching my video. God bless you. I love you.